Y'all know what it is, man. It's Jay Williams. Let's live life, and we're back. So let's relive it, man. So we talked. Hey, look, we headed back to VA, man. We're getting into too much shit. You know, it's time to go. We got to split. So my homeboy's like, yo, give it a couple days, man. We'll see. You know, if don't nothing shake, we'll peel up out of here. Well, here's the problem. By now, I done ran through most of the bars I had. I ain't got many Xanax left. And what I do got, I'm keeping as personal. I'm not selling. The weed is, you know, almost all gone. I might have 20 nicks left. But I'm down to next to nothing, man. Like, I ain't got a lot of money left. Being all fucked up on the Xanax all the time. I'm losing money. I'm spending money. Oh, boy, done went in my pocket. Like, my money is funny, man. And I don't want to get back into that Jack Boy shit and be robbing dudes up there. It wouldn't be nothing for me to, you know, go down the block and use the little money I got left in my pocket and, you know, scoop up a pistol. But I'm trying to avoid that route, man, right? So my homeboy Jim Paul's like, man, fuck that going back to VA shit, man. We're going to get bent. We're going to chill. That's what it is, man. You know what I mean? Something to shake. So we go to a bar called The Hut over there off Greenway. And for anybody from Southwest, y'all know where The Hut used to be. Little small-ass side hole, you know what I mean? Little bar. The thing about Philly is, it's not like a lot of states. You can go in the bar and order a 40 and sit right at the bar and drink a 40 of Crooked Eyes, you know what I mean, St. Ides. And then when you leave, if you want to take some 40s with you, you can order some more and put them in a bag and leave. So we go up in The Hut, man. We shoot some pool, drink for a while, get fucked up, cut down Ghoul, head back over towards 68th, post up, man. And the stoop we're posted up on, we don't know whose stoop this is. You know what I mean? We don't never really see nobody at the spot. So you got to walk up a bunch of steps, and we sit on this stoop. And we're just up there with a roll of blunt, pass the blunt around, smoking, drinking. And I hear a familiar noise, man. I hear that static that you hear when you hear walkie-talkie and them keys. I hear that static. And I tap my homeboy. I'm like, yo, 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 police. And about that time, 2 beat cops. And beat cops are cops that walk the beat. They don't drive, they walk. 2 beat cops walk up on us, shine their lights at us, and we're all sitting up on this stoop drinking these beers. We done tried to hide the beers and stuff. They're like, nah, don't hide the beers. We already seen them. Come on down here. Come on down here. So we're like, shit, man. We come down. They put us all on the wall, make us lock our hands behind our head, get on our knees, and, you know, cross our legs. So they got 4 of us, man. We hemmed up on the wall. I'm the oldest one. But out there at the time, man, they wasn't IDing us for no beer like that. You know what I mean? The other cop goes up the stoop, pours all our beers out, takes the little bags we had them in, puts the beers in the bag, you know, walks back down. They're asking us our names. We're giving them bullshit names, asking us our ages. And my homeboy Brian just happens to be the youngest out of everybody, man. So they tell him, look, we're going to make an example out of somebody tonight. Somebody's got to go, and since you the youngest, you got to go. Brian's sitting there, man, and I already know that he's about to jet, man. You're not about to lock him up. He's going to skirt on your ass if he can. He always does. Dude is fast. So he's looking at me, and they click the one handcuff on his hand, and they go to click the second one. He turns his head back straight, snatches, and peels out, man. He is running. I'm telling you, the other cop, first cop takes off after him. Second cop drops the bag, the bottles bust, pulls out his gun. He's got his flashlight. Don't move, don't move. Keeps all of us on the ground. So we're just sitting there, hands behind our head, and there he is with his flashlight and his gun. Just don't move. I look over, Brian's running. He's weaving in and out of cars that are parked on this one-way street. Weaving in and out. Boom, he loses the cop. Cop comes back all out of breath. They're both standing there, and they said, your homeboy got away. That's what's up. He got away with the handcuffs, so they're going to look like idiots when they get back. This dummies done let this dude run off with his handcuffs. He ain't got no cuffs now. So they're like, we'll see your homeboy again. What's his name? And we're like, man, we don't know that dude, man. He just walked up and just started kicking it with us, man. They're asking me if I bought the beer. I'm like, nah, I ain't buy the beer, man. I had my own beer. I was just, you know, chilling. So my homeboys and them was like, man, it don't matter where we got the beer at, man. You know what I mean? We had an old head buy it out there. So they let us go. They cut us free. I don't think they was ever going to lock nobody up, man. They were just busting our balls. We get back to Jimmy Paul's house, man. We head down Elmwood, head over to Jimmy Paul's house. We're coming through the basement door, and his pops don't like people upstairs, so we all kick it in the basement and whatnot. Stand out back, smoke another blunt, waiting to see when Brian shows up. Sure enough, Brian shows up. Tired, winded, out of breath. We're all laughing. This dude's got his handcuff on. We're in Jimmy Paul's basement going through his dad's gadgets and tools, trying to figure out how to get this handcuff off. We eventually hacksaw that bitch off, get the handcuff off. Good night, you know what I mean? Jimmy Paul's like, look, y'all can stay here tonight, man, but y'all got to be quiet. My pops can't know y'all in the crib. Like, he going to spaz out, kick me out tonight, too, and I'm going to be in the fucking street, so be quiet. We stayed the night there, and after, you know, a certain point, it's just blackout mode. I don't remember nothing. Everything goes black from his hands. So the next morning rolls around, man. It's maybe 10:30, 11 by now. Jimmy Paul comes downstairs. Yo, y'all get up, y'all get up. We slept on the basement floor, right? So we get up. I'm going, man. He's like, we got to get up out of here. If my pops comes down here, we got to get the fuck out of the house. So we head down the block, man. I go get a pizza pretzel made. And, you know, Philly, man, you Philly cats know, man, the pretzel's out there banging. So I go get a pizza pretzel made. Brian gets like the breakfast pretzel and shit. We got a little spot out there we go to. And then we head up the street to this other spot called Matty Wan's. And all your Philly cats, you Southwest cats, remember Matty Wan's. So we go to Matty Wan's, and as we're walking in Matty Wan's, man, there's this dude standing in there. Now, this is every day something's jumping off, man. We can't even go to the store, something hops off. And we walk in the store, this dude's got a sling. You know, one of the things you put your arm in, he's got to just dangling around his neck. As soon as he walk in the door, this dude, I don't know this dude, man. I don't know none of his history, nothing, man. He sees us, and my homeboy Jimmy Paul's behind us, and he sees Jimmy Paul, and he instantly starts trying to put his arm in a sling. And Jimmy Paul's like, you know, nah, bitch, nah. To this day, I don't know what the beef was over. Jimmy Paul runs up and just hits him, rocks him, right in the middle of Matty Wan's. Boom! We start fucking this dude up, man. You know, if your homeboy goes, you go. You don't ask no questions. Don't matter what's going on. My homeboy's rocking out. We rocking out. So we're fucking this dude up in the middle of the store. The dude jumps over the counter. He's back there. The cashier's telling him, y'all get out of our store. You're telling us, get out the store, get out the store, get out the store. So we got stuff on the counter we ain't paid for. He's telling us, get out the store. We're like, fuck you then. Snatch our stuff off the counter, head out the store, walking down the street. Dude comes running out behind us. He's screaming to other shop owners and shit. Stop them. They just stole. They just stole. We ain't going there to steal, but we just beat the shit out of this dude in the store. This dude's hiding behind the register. We know y'all called the cops. So we shed on him, take off with the stuff we snatched off the counter, right? Get back around the block, man. We go over Finnegan Park where the truck is parked at. My homeboy Brian, the house I used to live in, was right there on the corner of Doral. And if you know anything about that, you got Doral, you got Geyer, and they all, you know, they run up right beside Finnegan Park. And we're right on the corner. I think it was 67, 61, I believe. Don't quote me. So we run back to Brian's Pop's house, man, and we haven't seen his Pops but a couple times. His Pops ain't with us, kicking it there. And by now, I'm like, yo, we got to go, man. We got to get the fuck out of Philly. We're going to end up locked up, man. Brian's like, you right, you right. I said, well, look, before we leave, what we're going to do is we're going to head across town, you know what I mean, and cop some wet. I need to go out South Philly anyway, say, you know, say bye to a couple people, man, but we're going to cop some wet, take that shit back to Virginia, pump it, because ain't no PCP in Virginia like that. Not in Richmond at the time anyway, right? So this is where shit goes bad, man. We tell Jimmy Paul and them, all right, man, we out, man. Like, by now, it's like probably 2:30, 3 o'clock. Look, we got to go, man. It's a 3.5, 4-hour ride back to VA. We out. We're headed across town. Everything's going good. The state property shit is bumping. State property was real big at this point. You know what I mean? The first movie had just dropped. It's 2002. So I got the state prop soundtrack in. We listen to the CD, and we just riding on big rims, man. And I mean, just we think we stunting. So we just out this bitch just whipping around through different neighborhoods in South Philly. We head across town. Now we're going to cop some wet. Then we're going to hit the interstate. Go over through Delaware and, you know, boom, over to Delaware, Jonah, head back home. Hit 95. Doesn't happen like that, bro. We're driving and I look over and there's a lot of cars in front of us. The cars ain't going real fast, man. We're maybe doing 15, 20 miles an hour because as you're going down the street, there's stop signs at all these different blocks you got to stop at. I see this bike cop to my left, man, and this dude is pedaling. Like, he's pedaling like he's about to win a race. This dude is giving it everything he's got on this bike. And I'm telling Brian's fucked up off the bars. I done ate the rest of my few bars I had left, you know what I mean? Got rid of the last little bit of weed over at Finnegan Park earlier. So I ain't got nothing on me but money, and we're headed to get this wet before we go home. This cop is pedaling his ass off, man. And I'm like, yo, bro, cops, man, bust a right. So, and you can tell when it's about you. You just know. There's a car parked, man. Dude done got out and talking to his homeboys. He's got the side street parked, so bro busts a left. When he busts a left, the cop skirts his bike right in front of the expedition. Jumps off the bike. Don't move, turn the truck off, take your hands, you know what I mean? The whole nine, so we in the truck like, the fuck is this about? You know what I mean? We're sitting there, we're looking. I go to open my door, and there's another bike cop right here on my side I never saw because I'm looking to the left, right? They get us out. They ask Brian his name. Brian tells him his name. You got an ID. I ain't got no ID. He's got an ID. It's in the jacket in the back seat. That's got his Zandy bars and his weed and shit and his brass knuckles in it. They ask the dude, Eric, for his ID. He gives it to him because he's a nut. They ask me, you know, ID. I'm like, I ain't got no ID, man. So immediately, they already got us all three cuffed. We're like, oh, what's this about, man? Why y'all fucking with us? The truck's stolen. This truck ain't stolen, man. It's registered to my homeboy. Y'all tripping. This bitch got insurance and everything. Yeah, we hear that all the time. The little window in the back is busted out. That's how y'all be stealing them. We call them Johnnies. It's like, we know this is a Johnny, you know what I mean? Y'all done boosted it. Nah, man, what the fuck is you talking about? So they run the paperwork, everything comes back, the truck's not stolen. But meanwhile, they didn't call for more cops. We got more Philly cops out there. They're tearing the truck apart, searching the truck. We got all these people's shit, JJ and them shits in the back from when we robbed them. All the shit we bought from City Blue. Shit, you know what I mean? Some fitteds and that shit my homeboy gave me. And they're just tearing the truck apart, man. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? I keep giving them this bullshit fake name I made up. Where I messed up is they were like, where you from? I said, VA. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to link myself to Philly because I got a scaffold law out there, which means I ain't paid none of my fines. And I got a probation violation. So I'm not trying to give them none of my information. So I make up some name. I don't even remember the name. And I tell them I'm from VA. So they run the name, and a couple minutes later, and y'all ain't gonna believe this shit, man, but I swear to God, cop comes up and he says, oh shit, we're glad to have you in the system. We're just waiting on your picture to come back now. I said, oh, wow, what's up, man? He was like, you got 2 murders, 2 homicides out of Virginia. The name I gave them came back to a dude that was wanted on 2 bodies. So I'm standing there, I'm like, fuck, man, what I'm gonna do now, right? Like, nah, I can't, nah, hell no, you know what I mean? So I'm like, whoa, that ain't even my name, man. He's like, I didn't think it was your name. What's your inmate number? What's your, you know, your PP number? I'm like, all right. I go ahead and I give him my name. I don't know why they wanted my inmate number. He's like, I know you've been locked up here before. I stopped lying. I give him that number. Everything comes back. I got warrants for scaffold law and, you know, violations of probation. They search Brian's jacket. They find the bars. They find his ID in the jacket. Find the brass knucks, the Zans. So he's going for all that. The dude, Eric Canada's got several driving on suspendeds back in Virginia. So he's going for that. So we go to the roundhouse, man. 8th and Race. They load us up in there, and it's just a small hallway where we was at. And you got cells on both sides. There ain't a whole lot of cells. Strip us down, you know what I mean? We keep our clothes. They take my fitted. I think they took my belt, some other bullshit, you know what I mean? Made sure we had nothing in our pockets. They throw me and Brian in a cell. They've already called Virginia or Air Canada. Virginia don't want him. They're like, his driving charges. Now we're not coming to get him. Cut him free. Ain't no point even holding him as a fugitive of justice because we're not coming. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, fuck, man. One thing about the roundhouse, 8th and Race, they don't even let you use the phone. You can't even get a phone call. They try to give you that first one when you come in. But after that, there's no phone. There's no commissary. You're just waiting to see if you're going to get bail. And if so, you post bail. And if not, then, you know, your ass goes to the F. They're not giving me a bail because I got violations. So I go straight to CF. Back through the crazy booking process I told y'all. They take us, put us in the whole quarantine thing where you got to be, you know, you're in a spot where everybody in there just came in there. Eyes all messed up, man. They go ahead and give him a bail on the weed, give him a bail on the bars, give him a bail on the brass knuckles, which is a concealed weapons charge, and he skirts up out of there. Eric Canada skirts up out of there. I'm back in the F. From there, I sit there. I think I was there just not long, man. I think maybe a couple weeks. And they moved me over to the House of Corrections. Now, y'all Philly cats know about HOC, man. That shit is just a dungeon. You see them prison movies where you see these old penitentiaries, and that shit is just disgusting. That's the House of Corrections. This bitch is old, falling apart. The paint is falling off the ceilings. All the plumbing to the cells and stuff is ran outside the cells, and there's copper pipes running up the walls everywhere. It's just a shithole, man. It's the definition of a dungeon. I link up with a dude in there, man. You know, my cellmate at the time had the same last name as me, man. Cool dude, man. We kick it, post it up. You know what I mean? He's like, damn, you don't even seem like you concerned with going home. I said, man, I'm used to this shit. You know what I mean? This ain't my first rodeo. I done been through the, you know, House of Corrections before. I done been through the F before. But I'm good, man. We go to court, and I got a lawyer, man, Robert Mazenta. And my lawyer tells me, you know, when he gets hired, hey, I used to mess with the judge who proceeds over your case. I don't know if they was married. I don't know if he used to date her. He just broke dick off in her. I don't know, man. But he says, I used to mess with the case. I'm the right man, you know, for your case. Boom, I'll go ahead and hire Robert Mazenta. He tells him, look, he didn't mean to abscond from probation and scaffold law. He's going to go ahead and pay off the fines he owes in Philly. That's already been taken care of. I had enough money in my pocket to take care of that. My people kicked a little towards it. Paid off the fines. He said, look, he lives in VA. He's not living in Philly no more. He hasn't been in Philly in, you know, over a year. Hasn't been in no trouble out of Philly. He can't have probation here and live in another state. His whole entire family is in another state. Judge agrees, and just like that, we're at CJC's Criminal Justice Center, which is in Center City, Philadelphia. Just like that, boom, they cut me free. Like, literally cut me free right then and there. I don't go back to the House of Corrections. They walk me down the hallway, open the door, and boom, I step out into Center City, man. I'm free. I go ahead, call my people. Ain't nobody answering. Court was early. So, I, you know, jump on the SEPTA bus, head across town. I actually asked some dude out front. I said, yo, man, throw me a couple dollars, man. I just got out of jail. And I don't ask nobody for nothing. There was another dude that had came out with me. He did the same thing, so I hooked him up. I said, yo, I need a couple dollars, man, to catch the bus, man. I just got out of jail. Old head throws me a couple dollars. I head back over to Southwest. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I kicked it with everybody, you know, for like a day or so. I think maybe like 2 days. Called my homeboy, Bri. He came back up and got me, man. And I got the fuck up out of Philly, man. I got a whole lot more, you know, Philly stories. I wish part 2 and part 3 was as live as part 1. But, you know, don't nothing ever beat the first one, man. The first part, you know, the first part of the series of movies is always the best. But that's it. Y'all wanted it. There it is, man. Didn't get into a lot of details about the lockup. We'll do that another time, man. I'll give y'all some stories of shit that took place in there. I got a crazy one, man, about a dude named Bobby De Niro who went to jail because he was wearing some ice skates going down in the projects to buy crack. I said it, ice skates. So, yeah, y'all know what it is, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thanks for all the new subs, man. Salute all y'all. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Live your best life. But y'all know what this is, man. It's Jay Williams. Let's live life. And to all my real ones. And there are some real ones watching because y'all still watching me. Salute.